Hey, what's up everybody? Chris here. I wanted to bring you my review of the first episode of Season 3 of The Mandalorian titled The Apostate. Really good episode. The Mandalorian, in my opinion, is the best Star Wars show. That can be a little bit controversial of a statement, I think, because people do love Andor, rightfully so. I thought that was an amazing show. But there's something about The Mandalorian that is just sort of Star Wars distilled to me, and I love it because of that. To me, it's got a nice blend of what I love about Star Wars. It's got the action element, which is always executed superbly. It's got the storytelling, the world building, and the one thing that I love about The Mandalorian, and really just Star Wars in general, is that no matter what an audience's reaction might have been to a previous thing, whether it was a prequel film, whether it was The Rise of Skywalker, wherever it was, the people that craft these things for us, these TV shows, these movies, they always find ways to sort of continue that world building and to loop these things back in. And in this episode, one of the things that I especially love was the sort of reappearance of the species that Babu Frick was from. I thought that was one of the best parts of The Rise of Skywalker, which I think did get a lot of heavy criticism, just as a movie. Obviously it was not perfect. You can go back and check my review of that when it came out in 2019. But there were a lot of things about The Rise of Skywalker that I did like, and the world building and the sort of the continuation of what we love about Star Wars was one of those things. So the plot here at this point with The Mandalorian is that since he's removed his helmet, he is on a redemption quest. He's trying to redeem himself. He has to go to the planet of Mandalore and bathe in the living waters of the mines that are there. However, there's this perception that the planet has been poisoned, that it's no longer safe to visit. The surface has been crystallized due to fusion bombs, all of that kind of stuff. But, this is the start of where this whole season is headed and presumably where it will end up. But you've got, because of the Book of Boba Fett, the Mandalorian, Din Djarin, and Grogu being reunited. So if you didn't see that, obviously you need to go back and watch the Book of Boba Fett, or at least a handful of those episodes that are focused on the Mandalorian specifically, to kind of be brought up to speed with what's happening here. Because there really isn't a whole lot in terms of episode recap stuff happening with this. But one of the things that I thought was really cool about this too is that they're trying to bring back the IG droid that was a big part of the first season of The Mandalorian. So they go back to Navarro, and the Mandalorian is talking with Carl Weathers' character, whose name I forget at the moment, but he's like, I need this droid to help me get through this mission, even though he had been obliterated because he sacrificed himself to save Grogu. He's like, sure, if you can get it working, go for it. It kind of turns into sort of a Terminator situation where it's crawling around and defaulting to its original program to try and kill Grogu. But he's using and working with this species, again, the Babu Frick species, to try and bring this thing back to life. He's got to go and get a part. So there's kind of a fetch quest thing sort of happening here. But, the thing that I love about this episode, or one of the things, is just, again, how it just kind of reverts back to everything I love about Star Wars. There's a great chase through an asteroid field, great dogfight sequences, great action all around, and the return of characters that we have missed for a good bit of time at this point. So, even though it takes a little while maybe to kind of get underway, I think this is a great reintroduction to these characters and this story. If you like previous episodes of The Mandalorian, you're going to love this. There's no doubt about that. So if you haven't yet watched it, it's totally worth checking out. Again, I think The Mandalorian is the best Star Wars product we've had in a long time. It makes me smile every time that theme music kicks in and we get to sort of reunite with these characters. So anyway, if you've seen it, let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you like the direction this is headed, and I'll be back soon with my next review. Hey, as always, if you're enjoying this content, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Please be sure to subscribe. My goal this year in 2023 is to work toward 1,000 subscribers. We're kind of creeping up on 500, which is a big milestone for me. So again, if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to follow, and new videos are coming out weekly.